So while Joe Biden was in California getting rolled by the Chinese, The Rock was in Washington. First, he rallied the troops over at the Pentagon, and then he went to Congress, where he shook hands with Chuck Schumer and ignored a very interesting question. Listen.
Who do you think's bigger and tougher?
Mr. Johnson, are you running for president? Mr. Johnson, are you running for president? Mr. Johnson, what brings you to the Hill?
All right, thanks, everybody.
So what's the difference between The Rock and Joe Biden? Well, people are actually excited about the idea of a Dwayne Johnson administration. No, it's true. The Rock has said both parties approached him last year and asked if he'd consider running for president. It makes sense. The Rock's friends with people on both sides of the political spectrum, well, except for Biden supporters. Apparently, those people don't exist.
It's the craziest thing. I have friends who support Trump. I have friends who support Biden. I have friends.
Do you really have friends who support Biden?
I do.
Come on.
No. Here's what I do. I have friends. Thank you. That's a good check, because that's important. This is important context.
They support the Democratic Party.
I have friends who are loyal to the party.
Well, that makes a whole lot more sense when you look at the polling, because Biden's getting trounced. Trump's beating him in 8 out of the last 10 national polls and is ahead in 5 out of the 6 key battlegrounds. And a Fox News poll just released hours ago has Trump leading Biden by 4, 50 to 46. Look at the gains he's made over Biden with key demographics: independents, blacks, Hispanics, suburban voters. They're all ditching Biden for Trump. And the picture's even bleaker for Joe when you open up the race to third parties. Look at this. Trump 41, Biden 35. RFK Jr. gets 15% of the vote, and Cornell and Jill down at 3. So, wow. With all these other candidates in, Trump's ahead by 6. Which is weird, because a couple of months ago, everybody said I was crazy for saying RFK Jr. is going to hurt Trump, not Biden. Adam Carolla is a comedian, author, and host of The Adam Carolla Show. So, Adam, The Rock, would you ever vote for President Dwayne Johnson?
No. I mean, for a couple of reasons. One is he's very worried about people liking him. He wants everyone to love him, and I don't want that in a president or any politician. I'd rather have the Iron Sheik in there, somebody who could make tough decisions.
The heel.
I know he's dead. Yeah, I want a heel in there, because yeah, who would be better than Biden, actually. But it would be fun to get The Rock in there, because there'd never be a greater disparity physically between an incoming and an outgoing president. You got one guy who can squat 800 pounds, and you got one guy who can't make it up the stairs for Air Force One. Like, there'd never be that big a chasm ever again.
That's true. Now, when you hear him say that to Rogan, that he knows Biden voters, actually, wait a second, he doesn't know any Biden voters, he just knows Democrats who voted for Biden because that was the only choice to get Trump out of there. And he seemed a little sensitive when he was actually asked if he knew any Biden voters. What does that tell you?
Well, he has to navigate, negotiate Hollywood, and nobody is going to say, I voted for Trump and expect to go to work on Monday, because they're horrible people in Hollywood who never stop complaining about McCarthyism and always want to fire anyone who disagrees with them politically. So they're horrible hypocrites. So he has to work, and he doesn't want to say that. So he'll say, I know people who voted for Trump or who support Trump. He usually probably means him, but he would never out those people, because they would be, yeah, I know people. You know, it's like, it's kind of code for he's probably for Trump, but he could never say it out loud because he'd be run out of town.
But if you say you love Hamas, you get a promotion in Hollywood.
Yeah, if you, as long as you're rocking the Palestinian flag on the back of your Prius, you'll definitely be good for a couple of bumps.
All right. Adam Carolla, thank you so much. Everybody go check out his podcast. He's got merch on the site. He's got everything.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.